This is a tour of Sears at the Spring Hill Mall in West Dundee, Illinois. A lot of people don't realize that Sears, through a subsidiary called Home Development Company, built a lot of malls, and they built Spring Hill Mall. This mall was originally proposed in the 1970s, and the mall and its Sears store opened in 1980. This store closing is actually a pretty significant store to close for Sears. This store is only about 10 minutes away from their Hoffman Estates headquarters, and apparently this was one of the top Sears stores in all of the Midwest before its closure. The fact Sears is getting to a point where they're closing a store that was the closest to their headquarters and that a lot of people who worked at headquarters shopped at is a sign that there's one, not a lot of people left at their corporate headquarters, and two, that Sears has practically given up as a retailer. Right now you are looking at the upper floor, which was turned into the fixture area. There really wasn't anything up here. The whole reason that they even had stuff up here was because the optical department was still open. A little bit of a side note, Sears Optical is not a thing anymore. Even at a store that is still open, at like the few remaining Sears stores that are still operating, Luxottica, which operated Sears Optical, has completely gotten rid of the nameplate. So that's another thing that brought people to Sears. Completely gone now. The most unsettling part about going to these liquidation sales are looking at the mannequins. The mannequin graveyard here was quite impressive. I didn't realize that Sears would even have this many mannequins, but they did. They had all sorts of shapes, all sort of body types. It's kind of creepy to look at this many mannequins. Then my favorite part, is the bin of mannequin parts just sitting right next to, just sitting in a bin. It's a really great sight. Poof, we're down on the lower level. Yeah. This used to be the men's department. Now during the liquidation sale, it was fixtures. More fixtures. I really wonder how they can get rid of all these fixtures, yet they always manage to do so. I always find the assortment of merchandise at these liquidation sales really interesting down in the final weeks. They just kind of just sell whatever they possibly can. Like they had tiles from the auto department mixed in with bike parts and bedding. It's just kind of amazing what they try to sell during these sales. Furnaces, they get desperate. They just, if they can sell it even for like $1, they will sell it. Someone actually bought some mannequins. Actual. It's a miracle. With this store closing, it leaves 3 Sears stores left in Chicagoland, and the last Kmart in Chicagoland is also closing. Sears as a brand is practically dead. It's like they're planning to just shut down all of their stores and maybe focus on these smaller hometown stores and their appliance business. It's like they're just giving up on these giant department stores. Sears' decline has basically been like watching the slowest motion liquidation sale ever. It's just been round by round of store closures. Since I feel like 2011, they are announcing every few months there's been a list of store closures. But Sears is at its end. They only have about 150 stores left combined between the two brands. There just isn't a lot of time left for Sears and Kmart. It's a shame that it is whittled down to this, and I don't think the Sears brand will ever go away. Someone will always try to sell stuff using a brand that had this much prominence, but Sears as we remembered it is almost completely gone. I think this is the saddest mall poster or advertisement ever. Right in front of the only remaining anchor too. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. The Macy's at this mall is also closing, and I filmed both stores on the same night. Isn't that convenient, right? I agree. Really convenient. Yeah. So, if you'd like to watch another video kind of similar to this, there are some other videos on the screen now. And as always,